Okay, right from the jump here, I wanna remind you that you chose to click this video, okay? So whatever happens after this point is at least 50% your fault. Microsoft has released yet another update that fixes one thing and breaks something else. After last week's patch for Windows Defender suffered installation issues that the tech giant eventually fixed, another issue causing certain storage drives to fail during heavy writes was discovered by some kind of Japanese Twitter cat person with an apparent drinking problem. Despite this, Nekoru Cat was able to conduct further testing along with Japanese site Niche PC Gamer, identifying these drives from various brands that exhibit issues or straight up fail when attempting file transfers larger than 50 gigabytes. This issue hasn't gotten a ton of coverage in the West. It may be that users in Japan just have larger collections of cat photos to deal with. On the plus side, an upcoming Windows build will reportedly finally allow file operation dialogues to support dark mode, so you won't suddenly be blinded just trying to copy and paste something. Microsoft hasn't added this until now because Windows is just a really long, complicated prank for them. One has to assume that we're all on camera, being displayed on live feeds in Microsoft HQ like we're unknowingly part of a wacky Japanese game show, with the staff there almost certainly making bets on when we'll all switch to Linux. This is part of the report. Guitar YouTuber Rhett Scholl's latest video goes over a concerning new phenomenon. At least to me, YouTube appears to be automatically applying AI upscaling to shorts, making real videos look kinda AI generated. This is super noticeable when you compare identical videos uploaded both as a YouTube short and as an Instagram reel. And this seems to be happening on all shorts uploads, although we obviously didn't check everyone. Don't worry, I'll do that tonight instead of sleeping. Seems like the first post about this was made on the YouTube subreddit in mid-June by Redditor Ulincesis, who said they had noticed the change kick in around that time. Now, why YouTube is making every short look even more gross than they already tend to is anyone's guess, but some are theorizing it's to get people used to AI-looking videos, so they'll be ready for the AI content flood once YouTube fully adds the VO3 AI video generator into its shorts tools. But I don't know, I feel like it's equally likely that the people at YouTube making these decisions simply wouldn't know taste if it licked them in the face. As Scholl points out in his video, one major issue here is that viewers may think a creator is using AI when they're not. And even though the real Riley perished some time ago and I'm just an AI trained on his brainwaves and tattered fragments of his mustache, we don't fake these episodes. We film them for real, on location. Somewhere. Nvidia held a live stream to make a bunch of announcements about Geforce Now and the Nvidia App after someone apparently reminded them that gamers exist. Nvidia's cloud gaming service can now run on RTX 5080 equipped servers, with DLSS 4 enabling up to 120 FPS at 5K on PC and Mac and up to 90 FPS on the Steam Deck Geforce Now app. Meanwhile, the Nvidia app can now automatically enable the DLSS of your choice across all your games, and it adds some more settings from the Nvidia control panel, like Nvidia Surround setup. So it can inch closer to being the control panel replacement I thought it was supposed to be already. But back to Geforce Now, Andrew's gonna tell us about more features.
Including one that expands the GFN library instantly, right, Andrew?
That's right.
It is right, Andrew, and it's called Install to Play. Basically, you can install games on your cloud PC if the game dev enabled Steam Cloud streaming. But what if you don't want to install to play and also want to play inside the Discord app? I know you've been waiting for that. The new Discord Instant Play experience lets you click a link from a friend in that app to instantly load in to a game. Seems like it's just Fortnite for now, kind of like Google's original vision of clicking right into a Stadia game from a Google search, except inside a Discord window. So, as Nvidia says, no more waiting, no more FOMO, until the 30-minute trial runs out, then you'll have to buy. the free-to-play game. But don't worry, Xbox may be prepping a cheaper, cloud-only Game Pass subscription, along with a bunch of other stuff, as discussed on the Xbox podcast. Xbox execs said it's the hardest they've ever seen the team working, because apparently there's just so much going on, or maybe the team is desperately trying not to be in the next group of 1,000 Microsoft employees to get canned. I don't know. Also, it's the sponsor spot now. The MSI Crosshair 18HX AI is one of the most powerful RTX 5070 gaming laptops that provide a smooth gaming experience in unique chassis designs at an affordable price. Do I need to say more, like how it's got an 18-inch QHD 240Hz display so you can get clarity and smooth motion? Are you really gonna make me point out that it comes with up to a RTX 5070 8GB laptop GPU with an exclusive RTX 50 series features like DLSS 4 and Reflex 2, and that thanks to MSI Overboost technology, this is like one of the most powerful RTX 5070 laptops? I mean, it's got a 24-zone RGB keyboard with uniquely designed illuminated keycaps. I think we got the idea at this point, so just check out the MSI Crosshair 18HX AI at the link below. So, have you understood the ramifications of what you've done yet? Because there's still quick bits. Valve made some bold claims about its Steam Performance Overlay, more accurately reporting GPU utilization than Windows' own Task Manager in the patch notes for their latest Steam client beta. But they may have gotten it too big for their britches, because after a couple days, Valve updated the patch notes to say their new GPU monitoring method needs more testing. Oh, Valve. It's okay, actually. You know what? Take your time. Microsoft is sabotaging our SSDs at this point. PC gamers have nothing to lose. Seagate was so fed up over the counterfeit Seagate hard drives flooding the market earlier this year, they sent their security teams to team up with Malaysian authorities and conduct a raid on a warehouse just outside Kuala Lumpur that was apparently churning out the doctored drives, as reported by German site Heise. Seagate provided some photos of the raid, but sadly didn't say whether they used striping, mirroring, or some combination of the two. Also, did they watch the movie beforehand to amp themselves up? We need the answers to these. I've never heard of a company called GlobalWafers. I'm not afraid to admit that. But now I'm aware that they've announced a planned manufacturing facility in Texas, which will make them the first company to produce silicon wafers on US soil, which foundries like TSMC and Samsung need to make their chips. The wafers, not the soil. Although maybe that's why Arrow Lake was so bad. The idea that AI is in a bubble has been floated for years, even by Sam Altman now, who said as much to a group of journalists recently over dinner. He does this just so he can tell them in person that 3/4 of them will be made obsolete in 5 minutes. Altman thinks the bubble thing is fine though, because OpenAI will probably survive the bubble and create a slew of wonderful AI products that transform society for the better. In fact, they have a bunch of products just like that right now, but they can't launch them. Because each one needs like the full power of a star to operate. What they can do is make GPT-5 warmer and friendlier. That's what you get for now. And Dutch researchers gave 500 AI chatbots specific personas and stuck them in a simulated social network with no ads or algorithmic feeds, just like an original Facebook-style platform, and found that in 5 different rounds consisting of 10,000 actions each, the bots organized themselves into bubbles based on political beliefs, such that they primarily interacted with other bots that they agreed with. The researchers concluded that, although toxic algorithms are often blamed as the cause of social media's problems, their findings suggest those problems may be rooted in the structure of emotionally reactive social media platforms themselves. We only thought social media wasn't as toxic before algorithmic feeds were introduced because they hadn't melted our brains that much by that point. And now it's time to go outside. Until Wednesday, when we'll have more tech news to talk about. Don't stay out there for too long though. There are things squirming around all over the place, and heck, one of those might get in your brain, and that would be way worse than doom scrolling. Whew, sorry.